No. No! It's not letting me play it. Oh my God, Jaden. No, where's the intro? Where's the intro?
Oh no.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know. What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's your
Hello.
boys here. We had some technical difficulties there at the top. No intro. So yeah, about that. Jaden, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, buddy. Summer's coming to an end. Some people find that to be a bummer, but I feel like as you get older, you don't have to worry about school anymore. It's kind of summer's just hot and annoying, and I'm ready for October. I'm ready for fall, spooky season.
Yeah,
if you will.
You just ready for some spooks?
Yeah, dude. How about you? How you doing?
It's gonna be spooky. Here we go, guys. There's the intro. No, oh my God, it's not even gonna let me do it. This is, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I need to let StreamYard charge my card. I've intentionally not been letting them do it because I've been thinking about doing another service because I feel like $45 a month for this is just a little steep.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't live stream a lot. And, you
Right.
know, I record podcast stuff a handful of times a month. So it's just like, why'd I pay $45 for that?
It's not super worth it.
No, but it looks like I'm probably going to have to, although I may be able to haggle with them about reducing the price because it's a little ridiculous. But regardless, we're here now. And guys, we took a little bit of a break because we heard y'all loud and clear. Nobody wanted to listen to us talk about, and I know what you did last summer. We were like, everybody hates us. This is crashing and burning. So, you know, we'll just disappear forever. And then Jaden came to me and was like, man, what can I do? Can I like kiss you? Can I show you my nipples? Like, can I? And I was like, that's kind of gross, dude. Like, I was like, you know, you're a little too young for me, man. So like, we ended up compromising. He got some pics of his dad, and so here we are. I'm wearing a Christmas Vacation shirt. You know, nice. Rocking. It's the time of year, man.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's
all right.
October. So. Yeah, no, things. I'll be honest with you. I almost canceled tonight, Jaden, because I was sitting on my couch in a Instagram Reels coma, and I was like, do I want to get up and like do anything? And I was like,
yeah, I feel that.
I'm not gonna cancel on Jaden. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I also had something I was supposed to do tonight, but I didn't do it. So shout out.
All right.
Tomorrow. Yeah, no. As you guys are listening to this. Today, as you're listening to this, I'm probably sitting here recording an interview with Sandy Johnson, Judith Myers from the original Halloween. I've got that scheduled for tomorrow, so I'm super excited. That'll be out on my channel, I guess, then Friday. But Jaden, what are we doing today? Can you tell the people what harebrained, crackhead bullshit you came up with?
Yeah, guys. So we've talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to do an episode about underrated horror films because we've done overrated. We did.
Wait, I thought we were talking about Brokeback Mountain today.
No, that's next week.
Okay. All right, you guys heard it. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. We did overrated. We did overhated, but we didn't do underrated. And I think overhated and underrated are two very different things. Because overhated are films that were critically panned that we actually thought are good or fun at least. Underrated are films that might not be seen by a lot of people and that nobody really talks about. So that's more the focus of today. I guess another alternate term for this would be like hidden gems. That's, you know, big in the zeitgeist right now.
And you guys want to know something funny here? I didn't tell Jaden about this. See, he's a note taker. He likes to take notes and he likes to be prepared. And I don't. Hey, no shame. I get that, especially when you haven't been in the world of freak casting, as we call it, because that's when we podcast and get freaky at the same time. So I totally get that. When you haven't done that as long as I have, you're not an old man. You want to be prepared. So that
Right.
being the case, this is the curveball I'm throwing Jaden. I am going to give out, I'm going to give out some throughout the episode. I'm going to talk about some that I want to defend, but I want to hear his list, and we're going to go one by one, and I'm going to challenge him on them. If I agree with him, I will echo his sentiments, and it'll be great, and we'll all be kumbaya. If I disagree with him, I will bully him live on camera. So, Jaden, without further ado, you said this is underrated?
Underrated, yeah.
Underrated, not
at least in our opinions.
Not we're going to do an underhated. We got to do that sometime because there's movies that don't get enough hate. There truly is. But Jaden, what's the first movie on your list of underrated movies that you want to talk about?
So my first one's kind of a cheat, actually, because it's not a movie. It's a miniseries.
Jaden cheats. He's a cheater.
I do cheat.
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
This one's a miniseries.
Girlfriend.
But Harper's Island from 2009.
No idea what the fuck that is.
Really? I thought you said you've seen it.
You were talking. That was your other boyfriend.
Yeah, I guess it was. All right. So Harper's Island is a murder mystery that was on television in 2009. It was like 13 episodes. It's about this wedding party that goes to an island. There's a girl who grew up there, and there's a past of a serial killer, and it seems like they might be back. It's extremely fun. There's shockingly gory kills for a television series, and I never hear anybody talk about it, but I love it. So I'd recommend checking it out.
Okay, so
that's my first one.
So hold on, I gotta ask you, where did that premiere at?
Yeah.
Where did that run on?
God, I don't know. It might have been like, it says Paramount, so whichever, I don't know which TV station that would have been.
That would have been, well, they did
NBC, right?
No, NBC's Universal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
CBS. It would have been CBS.
CBS.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're checking out.
So Jaden's lucky, he doesn't have to wear the dunce hat yet because I cannot speak to this one. I don't know. He could very well be wrong. Someone could be watching this right now. Also, just want to do a quick aside here.
Yep.
And don't worry, I called this out in the moment, guys. If you watch the last episode, Jaden tried to throw longtime listener and supporter Mark Saturn Video under the bus, saying that he probably liked I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, to which I gave pushback and said, absolutely not. How dare you? There's no way Mark would like that movie. I didn't even know Mark didn't like that movie, but I know Mark's taste enough to know he would not like that piece of dog shit. So Jaden, is there anything you want to retract this afternoon?
I want to apologize to Mark. I apologize for my actions, but also, to my defense, he likes a lot of garbage movies.
Oh yeah, like what? Like what?
Openly said he likes TCM: The Next Generation, which we'll get into.
That's ironic. They like him and Christian like that because it's so bad. It's one of those. It's so bad it's good. They would never go to war, for that movie. I want you to come on. You gotta give me a heavy hitter than that. What else you got?
A heavy hitter? All right. Let me see.
No, I meant of another movie that Mark likes that you think is dog shit.
Another one? He likes Seed of Chucky, doesn't he?
Yeah, I can't defend that one.
Right. I remember seeing his comments, and I've seen him in streams and stuff saying that he likes Seed of Chucky, and I can't.
So you're stalking him? So you're stalking my friend now. That's what you're doing. You're stalking him?
Yep.
Okay, well, he lives in Antarctica, and rumor has it. Never mind. I was gonna say something about having sex with like the thing, but who wouldn't? All right, Jaden, give me another one. Because I mean, it's like a shapeshifter, so it feels like a hot. Okay, go ahead.
So this one's fairly recent. I remember when I think I'd brought it up to you.
If you say Megan 2, I'm going to crash the fuck out. I'm going to crash the fuck out and leave. Is it Megan?
From 2025, Megan 2.0.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. You know the funny thing, guys, before he goes on his little diatribe, I was giving him shit before he went and saw this movie, and I was like, "You're gonna like it." I was like, "You're gonna come out and be like, oh, that was actually better than the first one." And what did he do? What did he do? He did it. He did it.
All right.
I knew he was gonna like it. I said the same shit to Lee. I was like, we were talking about it the week before he went and saw it. I was like, Lee, I can already tell you're gonna like this movie. And guess what? He did. Tell us about this diarrhea fest.
All right. I was not a big fan of the first Megan. I think we talked about it in our first or one of our first episodes.
Yes,
People love that movie. I think it's very mediocre. But Megan 2.0 kind of, brings the stakes up. It's more of an action comedy than it is a horror film. I guess kind of like Terminator 2 in that way.
Shut the fuck up.
Not as good, but it's the same kind of.
Shut the fuck up. Don't compare. I haven't even seen Megan 2.0. Someone's probably listening right now. Right. They're like, how can you say that? You haven't seen it. Because I can look at a trailer and go, this shit ain't no fucking T2. Get that out of your mouth right now. You dirty, you filthy whore. That's just stop it.
All right. I need to hear people in the comments who's another Megan 2.0 defender, because that movie is fun as hell.
I'm never gonna watch that movie.
I know you won't.
I got bullied into Megan. YouTube wouldn't leave me alone about Megan. So I was like, finally, I'll just do it to shut you up. And I hated it. I did not like the movie. No. And I've heard people be like, well, the second one's different. It's T2. You know what? Just shut up. Go hug a tree at 125 miles an hour, Jaden. But wear your seatbelt so you don't die. All right.
All right. Let's go to this one's also recent. And I feel like I remember telling you that I had seen it and liked it, and you were like, "Oh, that's gay. I'm not going to see that."
I wouldn't. Okay, I don't say that, but go.
Okay. No, you say worse. Yeah. All right. So, 2024 is Lisa Frankenstein.
Yo, I did not shit on that. I thought it looked okay, but I wasn't going to go see it in theaters.
Okay.
I still haven't seen it. I also know that it apparently takes place in the same universe as Jennifer's Body, because if I'm not mistaken, that's Diablo Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not totally out on that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really fun time. And I know like the 80s nostalgia and 80s aesthetic was kind of beaten into the ground, especially after Stranger Things, but Lisa Frankenstein is like the first film I've seen in a while that captures it really well and is still charming. Characters are quirky. It's actually a really touching story. There's some great comedic moments. There's shockingly brutal kills. I think it's PG-13, so like that's a bit wild. Yeah, it's just really fun and quirky. I think you would like it if you gave it a chance.
Is it obvious? Well, I like Catherine Newton.
Yeah, she's great.
Is it obvious that? Well, and I don't even know if obvious is the right way to phrase this, but like, is it clear that it's in the same universe?
I honestly never
parallel there. Like,
I'd say the characters are written similarly, but I never saw anything Jennifer's Body. But I also wasn't looking into that because I didn't find out about the connection until after. So if I watched it again,
you weren't looking for Jennifer's Body. You were looking for, Jensen Ackles' body. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Dude, who wouldn't? What?
Christian would. He's got a man boner for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't opposed to that. I'm still miffed about your Megan 2 bullshit. I mean, that movie flopped, and here we are talking about it on, our floundering show. We just lost a little bit of people we had left. 600 views? No. Yeah. We'll be lucky if we get 50. No, that won't happen. But all right, Jaden, give us another. It won't happen. Don't worry. I built up enough of a viewership base where it'll be more than 50. Okay, but
51. All right,
there we go.
All right, I'm going to talk about another one that came out this year. Then I'll start going into more classic films. But The Ugly Stepsister. Now, I feel like you've definitely heard of this one.
Yeah, I heard it was gross.
It's extremely gross, yeah. It's on Shudder right now, I believe. It had a limited theatrical run. It's some Eastern European country that made it, or maybe Central European. I can't remember exactly. It might be Norway. But
I'm a peon.
You are. I think it was like people kind of assumed that it was going to be like a Pooniverse type situation because the Ugly Stepsister came out at the wrong time, in my opinion.
Would you hit the Ugly Stepsister from Shrek? No, serious question. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, it's
He would. He just said, yeah. You heard him. He said, yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that leg. It's a fun time. It's the period piece like setting is beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's an insanely gross moment, like one of the grossest things I've ever seen put to film towards the climax.
Is it a guy kissing a girl? Because that's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's, and if you're against foreign films and subtitles, get over that bullshit.
Yeah, we don't want you here. We don't want you here.
Get out of here. It's worth checking out though. If you got Shudder, if you want to do a free trial, do it. So
I feel like I'm being told to do things, that I might not be comfortable doing.
Do it. I don't care what you want.
Okay. Right. Well, so it's not. Is it at least like? Is it competently made?
Oh yeah. It's not at all. So it's not anything like the Pooniverse movies. It's not like just a dumb ripoff of a Disney movie. It's a legitimate retelling of Cinderella from the Ugly Stepsister's point of view.
Are there boobies in it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's nudity from both ends.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You get went. Do they hang dong?
Yeah.
There's dong hanging?
Yeah, dude, there's dong.
That is a lost art in cinema today.
I know.
Hanging dong. Oh, man.
We don't get enough of it, dude.
No, I do. Well, yeah, speak for yourself. All right. All right, Jaden. Hit us with one that can really start the conversation here.
That can really start the conversation. All right. I'm going to go with the franchise.
So you're going to say the franchise as a whole is underrated?
That's interesting. I wasn't going to go that route.
Well,
but I could.
You kind of said I'm going to go with the franchise, so that's obviously why I thought.
All right, I'll go with the franchise. I'll go with the franchise.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You should do that. Right. You should do what you say you're going to do. You shouldn't just put stuff out there and then be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, do it. Come on.
Yep. No. Yeah. All right. So the series as a whole is great. I feel like it's not talked about much anymore, but it was super hot in the 2000s. But Rec, and specifically Rec 3. Now, have you seen these films?
I saw the first one, and I thought it was okay. I didn't dislike it.
Strongly recommend watching Rec 3. You can skip Rec 2. It's very similar to the first one. Rec 3 is completely separate. I mean, it's set in the same universe, but it's not super related to the first two. And it takes place at a wedding in a zombie apocalypse situation breaks out. Crazy action and crazy set pieces because it's a big-ass wedding. This girl is badass.
Big asses. There's just big asses everywhere.
There's big asses too. Yeah. But she fights zombies in her wedding dress. She's awesome. So definitely check out Rec 3. Check out the whole Rec series. I don't know. I feel like they don't get talked about at all.
You know what? You just made me think of something. I'm going to throw my first hat in the ring here for underrated. And I'm going to just go ahead and say this now, guys, because I know some jackass is going to be thinking whether they type it or not. Well, it's not really that underrated anymore. Yes, it is. But especially when it came out, it was underrated. And that is As Above, So Below. One of my favorite found footage movies. I mean, it's right up there with the Blair Witch Project for me. It's that damn good. I've said this statement many times. I'll say it again. When it came out, it came and went like a fart in the wind. Nobody really cared. And it didn't, it got middling reviews. It didn't make a ton of money. And I remember buying this thing on Blu-ray. It was a blind buy, actually. And I gave it a watch, and I was like, oh, my God. Like, I loved that. And if you're claustrophobic, it'll really mess with you. I'm not full-blown claustrophobic, but, like, I got some claustrophobia because there's some moments in movies that have really made me uncomfortable. I think of moments in this one. I think of the moment in Blair Witch 2016 where she's like crawling through the tunnels in the house and she gets stuck because she's hyperventilating. The Descent. I think it's also when there's the advent of something is chasing you. So you're in these these tight areas, and you're also in fear of the character because there's something behind them and they're stuck. Right. And it's just, oh God, that does something to me. But As Above, So Below is really, really good. And I have a buddy named Phil who's not really big into horror. It's never been his thing. And he loves this movie. He swears by this movie. He is a huge fan. So yeah, I'm gonna say that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. As Above, So Below kind of surprised me with how good it was. Again, I had heard the middling reviews that you were talking about, so I tempered my expectations, but I came out extremely happy. I think it might be like my favorite depiction of hell in film.
Oh, it's dude, the
super freaky.
The scene, oh God, the scene where she like comes around the corner and there's like that hooded figure and like you see the face that almost looks like it's just kind of like floating there. And it like looks at the camera and they all fucking run. I was like, no, dude, no. Or the scene where she like sees them like, it looks like an altar or something in the crack in the wall. And then all of a sudden, like that bitch like looks right at her out of nowhere. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, there's some creepy shit in it. Oh God, that movie is real. That movie's so good, man. That's so, if you're a hater of As Above, So Below, you're a hater of me. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it is pretty great.
All right, give me another one, Jaden. Smack me right in the face with it.
All right, I'm gonna smack you with this one. Insidious: The Red Door.
Oh God, damn it!
I figured this would be one that we kind of disagree on.
Yeah, strongly.
This is my second favorite Insidious movie after Chapter 2. I don't know, man. It was such an enjoyable experience. I liked going back to the family. I like that it's not exactly a happy ending.
Yeah, the family, the two scenes of Rose Byrne. You really liked going back to the family, and Rose Byrne's hardly in the movie.
Yeah. I love Rose Byrne, and I wish she was in it more, but I kind of like that they didn't end up still together, because I think that's
they don't have to be together, but she needs to be a part. It's her fucking kid too. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Keep no, yeah. I wish she was in it more, but I do think the scenes with her are good, and I like that they're broken up because I think that's interesting. A lot of movies would still just have the family all be together. There's some cool scenes of suspense in this one. I believe there's a scene with a demon like in a dorm room. I thought the performances were good from the main two characters, and also Stay, the cover that plays in the credits, is such a good song, dude. I don't know. I love this one. I'm not huge on Insidious as a whole, but I like this one. I like it better than the original, which is probably a hot take, but
something.
You got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I got a lot to say about that, buddy.
All right.
Okay, so Stay, fantastic. I still listen to that song quite often.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Getting the family back together was the selling point for me. I was actually, I was like, okay, cool. We're going back to the Lambert family. That's kind of the heart and soul of the Insidious movies. Although Insidious: The Last Key is my second favorite, which had nothing to do with the Lambert family, but that was a period piece, and I kind of loved that. I don't know. There's some aspects of it were a period piece, but I just really liked that the keyhole demon too. Such a cool design, super underutilized in that movie. Especially when you have Javier Botet, in the Get Up as the demon, and you rarely get to see it. Like I was like, this is bullshit. But here's my thing, man. I'd put it above Chapter 3. I definitely would. Chapter 3 isn't bad. It's just it's the only one that really doesn't feel like an Insidious movie. Like it really doesn't feel like it. So, but man, the underutilization of Rose Byrne, the fact that they really just focused on the family drama. When they said we're bringing Meth Mall back, and we're bringing this thing full circle, I get excited because I'm like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna get some answers. We're gonna get some deepening of the lore, and this not really, and you hardly get Meth Mall in the movie, kind of just like in the first one. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is such a cool looking character. we know nothing about, and I don't even need the answers, but I'd like to see more of them. But the first act of this movie really had me, especially the scene where I believe it's Josh's mom dies, if I'm not mistaken, and he's in the car after the burial, and you see that blurry figure getting closer and closer to the car from the back windshield, and you can't make out what it is. That was actually tense. Like, I was like, yo, what is about to happen? But I don't know, man. I didn't find it scary. I think Insidious is best when it's scary. There's great scares in the first two movies. I would even say there's great scares in The Last Key. I found this to be like a melodrama, and I guess it's just not what I wanted for the send-off for the Lamberts. So, although at first I seemed like I was going to come in guns blazing about that take, I really don't think I have the energy, because I feel like above all else, I was just disappointed. Like it disappointed me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I didn't have a strong attachment to the family or the franchise as a whole, so I kind of dug the family drama aspect of it, and I didn't really need that big comeback with them.
Oh yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't really care about the family, so I love the fact that this one was about the family's drama. Yeah, no, I get that.
All right.
I totally get that. Yeah.
I didn't care about the whole family. I think the drama was told well.
Just say it. You didn't give a shit about Meth Mall. You didn't give a shit because you have a problem with drug addicts. You have no sympathy for them. And you were like, I don't give a shit about this guy. Just say it. Just say it.
Yeah. So I don't like Nick. All right.
Yeah. The only drug up. Never mind.
All right. Let me move on. I'm gonna go to
go ahead and move on. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna.
Yeah, tell us.
I'm gonna go with a Sam Raimi flick that I don't hear anybody ever talk about, but 2000's The Gift. Now, I don't.
Yeah.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah.
It seems like one you would have.
Yeah.
Wow, that reaction is interesting.
Not a big fan, and I'm a Raimi guy. I love Raimi, but
yeah. The Gift's not really a horror film.
No,
it's more a drama, thriller, suspense, I guess. But it's about this woman who's a psychic, and she's trying to solve this murder, but she can't figure out all the pieces, and you're kind of just seeing it happen throughout the film. It's like, I think it's over 2 hours, so it is a bit of a slow burn. But when slow burns are good, I love them.
Just not road burns, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure.
I think the payoff is a little underwhelming, but the actual story leading up to it is pretty great. Kate Blanchett is fantastic in the film. There's some good tension with a man who's a abuser of his wife. Those scenes are extremely tense. It's a very weird film for Sam Raimi, though, because when you hear Sam Raimi, you think balls to the wall, action, goofy, whether it's superhero or
Bully McGuire. Yeah,
Bully McGuire. But this one's more laid back. I don't know. I love this movie. I think it's a really good watch. Nick hates it. So.
I don't hate it. I won't even really push back that much on it. Aside from, I found it boring. It's not what I go to Sam Raimi for. I go to Sam Raimi for the zany, for the over the top, for the wild.
Yeah.
I don't mind what a filmmaker experiments, but I think it's important to take lessons from those experiments, and I think Raimi did, and rightfully so. And I think that's really all I'll say about that, is that it's very telling that not long after that, he would go right back into full Sam Raimi. So, yeah, nice swing, but I think he largely missed. But yeah, that's just me. Now, all right. I did a video on this one a couple weeks ago, and I'll just say it again and really just kind of gloss over it quickly. I find the entire Hellraiser franchise to be underrated. I kind of always have. I feel like Hellraiser, and I had a couple comments that were like, "Oh, it's really not that underrated." Yes, it is. I think people are. I think people's recency bias with like how like the reboot 3 years ago was a big deal online in the horror community. People were like, well, everyone's talking about this. Yeah, for the first time in 20 years, people were talking about Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Did you know that there was like 6 movies before that nobody talked about? Yeah, they existed. They just all went straight to video.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people didn't even realize that. And then I would have some comments that were like, oh, yeah, well, that's because a lot of those straight to DVD movies are garbage. I don't agree with that. I think that in almost all of them, there's something that you can glean from each one, except Hellseeker, aside from Ashley Lawrence is in it for 5 seconds. So, but there's some cool shit in some of those movies. I've said that Deader, I think, is a really good mystery movie about like the occult. And then the third act, when they force the Cenobites and everything into it, it's kind of like, it's going off the rails now. But 2/3 of that movie are actually really interesting. Hellworld is so dumb. It's fun. It's just a fun time. It turns Pinhead into a slasher, which is not who he is at all. But I don't care. It was fun. I just think overall, and there's a lot of defenders of Inferno. I'm sure Jaden's one of them because he probably has a boner for Derrickson. I don't get it. It's like the Snyder Bros. But I think there's a lot to be had in that franchise. But even if you say that everything from Inferno to Judgment is garbage, like even if you're one of those people, okay, that being the case, I'll just say you're right there, which you're not, but say you are. You've got a really damn good reboot. One of the better horror reboots, in my opinion, period. You've got 1 and 2 might be one of the strongest 1-2 punches to begin a horror franchise, period. Like those 2 movies are great. Hell on Earth, while very different from 1 and 2, awesome, like fun, like really kind of awesome. And then Bloodline. Yes. The space stuff does not age well, but everything else about that movie, I don't give a shit, dude. It's aces. So even if I grant you that half of the franchise isn't good, half of it is. So if they're batting, 500, if you get a hit half the time you're up at the plate, you'd be a pretty damn good hitter in baseball. Nobody's ever hit like that for their career. Just going to let you guys know that. So yeah, it's underrated. It's absolutely underrated. It should get talked about more. Hot take, Jaden. It's a better franchise than Friday the 13th. Bam. Mic drop.
Wow. I'm inclined to agree. Quick plug for our Hellraiser episode. That was a lot of fun a couple of months ago when we did that.
Quick butt plug.
Yeah. Hellraiser is a very fun series. There's very few entries that I don't like. I think if I'm going to point out one specifically that I find underrated, it's probably Judgment. Mostly because it's sandwiched in between one of the biggest atrocities to cinema, which is Revelations, and the reboot that everyone loved. It's just a weird middle child between those. There's a lot of heart put into that one, though. It's explores the lore in really interesting ways.
I'm going to explore
It's low budget, but it works well with the budget it has.
Wait, you talking about Judgment?
Talking about Judgment, yeah.
Yeah, no, Gary, that's Gary Tunnicliffe. Shout out to Gary Tunnicliffe. He's a great guy. And he gets that franchise better than anybody. So had he had a real budget and Doug Bradley, we would have really been talking.
Yeah, I hope he gets involved in a major way, and if the series ever comes back, because he is very creative, and like you said, he loves the series, but all right, so we talked about technically 2 underrated horror franchises. I'm going to add a third, and this is going to be the last one I bring up. But Phantasm.
Oh, yeah. I got comments on my Hellraiser video about that. People were like, Phantasm is underrated. I'm like, you're damn right it is.
Yeah, man.
We don't talk about Ravager. We don't talk about Ravager.
Well, I do in my household.
Dude,
I actually
that movie sucks balls. That movie sucks balls.
I don't hate it, but it's not good. The original Phantasm, honestly, I'd argue, is a masterpiece.
Yeah, 2's better.
No. Not at
Yeah,
all.
it is. Yeah,
No, it's not.
no,
Not
it is.
even-
It is. No, it
No,
is.
not even
I
close.
mean, no, it's
No,
cool.
I just like not
It's
even
cool.
close.
Christian agrees. Pretty sure Mark agrees too. Phantasm too. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's
Yeah, the next generation guys, you're gonna throw them at me, dude.
yeah. Well, you know what? They got good taste. I don't know what to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I watched The Next Generation a couple weeks ago.
Oh my god, you.
I don't
butthole.
like it, but I didn't hate it as much. It's entertaining. It is so bad that it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's something. But Phantasm, it's I'd argue the first 3 are all good to really good. Phantasm 4 is okay. It's not bad, but it's just kind of forgettable.
A lot of reused footage from the first few movies.
There are.
That,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot, to the point where
Yeah.
it's like, Coscarelli, what are you doing? Like, did you not have a script for a full movie? And you were like, what if we just take 50% from the other movies?
Yeah.
Like, okay. But yeah, I don't hate Oblivion. I don't hate it.
Yeah. Ravager is definitely the worst, and I get why people hate it. I think it's
dog
ambitious.
shit. You know,
They just didn't have the budget.
ambitious.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Okay.
they had like $20 to make that movie. Okay?
Which is why you don't fucking make it. You don't
Okay,
make the
fair
final
enough.
movie in the Phantasm franchise when you have these big delusions of grandeur, when you have $20 to make it. On the other hand, like I can say, I respect the fact that Coscarelli was at the helm the entire time. He loves that property. He loves those characters. He loves the fan base. He's unlike Don Mancini, where he didn't take something that people loved and just fucking fisted it year after year after year after year to the point where it was barely recognizable.
Right.
But Coscarelli, what are we doing? I mean, seeing Angus Scrimm that way, it's like seeing Donald in Halloween 6 or what's her name? Joe Beth in Poltergeist 3. You know, it's just like, it's so morbid because you're like, and then they died like right after this. Like you feel like you're seeing someone that is like the Walking Dead. Like, I don't know. And it's just, I get it. He wanted to be the one to wrap the story up while Angus was still alive. I 100% understand that. But my God, we could have crowdfunded and got more money for that damn thing. Like there could have been more love. There could have been more there to realize that ambition, because there's plenty of love there. But the ambition for the budget they had, no, none.
Fair. But yeah, I just think really, like when we were saying that not enough people talk about Hellraiser, really not enough people talk about Phantasm. I never hear anybody talk about it, and I think it didn't really get into the pop culture as much as a lot of these other horror series. But when people, yeah, I know you would, buddy. When I see the topic come up of what franchise deserves to come back or get a remake, I think Phantasm might be the one. I think if you put a real,
that's scary though, brother. And I say that not because I disagree. I agree, but that's scary because it's like, we're gonna do this without Angus, without probably Coscarelli. I can't imagine that he'd want to do a reboot, especially without Angus Scrimm. Like, that's a slippery slope.
It is, but I think.
I do think it needs a new one. I agree. I all of my reservations aside, I'd like to see a modern retelling of Phantasm.
Yeah, just super underrated franchise. Even if you just want to watch the first 1, 2, 3, go ahead and do it. They're great movies.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm talking to the audience too, but
what audience? We scared them all away last time.
All right, pal. All right. Do you have another one you want to hit me with, or should I go?
My God.
Again.
Did you catch the? I got something I want to hit you with. So let's see. Underrated. I want to talk about. You know what? I'm going to do it. Happy Death Day to you.
Ooh, okay.
Look, Happy Death Day was a phenomenon. You know, it was a breakout PG-13 horror movie. You don't see that a lot these days because I feel like naturally that's a deterrent for a lot of the horror community, myself included. Oh, PG-13? Yep. No, thanks. But it was clever. It was funny. It had really good characters. I was kind of intoxicated after watching that movie. I could not wait for the sequel. And, Chris Landon had let people know going into Happy Death Day 2U that it was going to be different. And the trailers told you as much as well. And I got to be honest with you, man, I prefer it to the first one. And I think I prefer it to the first one because what a lot of people were missing in the second one, the slasher aspects, that was more there in the first one. I don't feel like that aspect was all that good in the first one. I think the reason why I liked the first one so much was I really liked Tree. I really liked this weird question of what was going on. Why is she in this loop? Like, I liked those things. I liked the comedy. I liked the camaraderie with the cast. And the second one plays all of those things up, aside from the slasher element. It's greatly reduced in the second one. It's barely there. And so some people were mad about that, but I was like, no, this is actually, they doubled down on the stuff I wanted. They doubled down on the stuff that I felt worked best in the first movie. And furthermore, that unaliving montage to Hard Times by Paramore is peak cinema. Like it is peak cinema. But Jessica Roth, I mean, you're a good actress when, like, the first movie, you are supposed to have everyone hate you. You are supposed to be a bitch. People are supposed to want to watch you die. And by the end of that movie, people are like, oh, I like her. And then in the second one, dude, that scene with her mom, man, watching that in the theater, I was like, this is tough. And this is a good actress. Tree has a fantastic arc. I'm really, really excited that Landon officially announced the third one a couple months ago and that Blumhouse is officially moving forward with it. I would expect we'd get some updates soon, hopefully around Halloween season, about when it's going to start filming and all that. Because I need the completion to this story. Like I need it. Happy Death Day 2U ends on like such a what the fuck moment where you're like, you can't not give us another one. Yeah. Love it. I prefer it to the first one. But even if you don't prefer it to the first one, I do think it's really underrated. I mean, it got middling reviews. It made about half of what the first one did. The hype wasn't there for this one, but it was a shame to me because I adored the movie. I saw it twice in theaters. I bought it on Blu-ray the day it came out. I love that thing.
Yeah, I watched this a couple of weeks ago and I texted Nick right after and I was like, I think I like that better than the original. And he was like, oh, where you been?
Yeah, I know. I said I knew that.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's so fun
because I'm cool and hip and I talk like the kids.
Yeah. All right, Grandpa. Yeah, Jessica Roth puts in maybe the best dramatic performance I've ever seen in a Blumhouse film. Those scenes with her mom are fantastic. Again, the montage is great. The slasher elements.
You didn't like Grandmother in 2018 though? You didn't like Grandmother's performance?
Oh god, dude. Grandmother, yeah. Like she's an Amish girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Happy Death Day to You is a lot more fun. Better dramatic moments, better character moments, fleshes out the story. There's some cool twists. It's not as much of a slasher, but again, like you said, it's kind of like the first one's just a teeny, whatever, PG-13 slasher. It's not, that part's not the best part about it. Yeah, I agree. But let me move on to my next one.
Yeah, move on to D's, buddy.
1982's The Entity. Now, I don't know if you've seen this one, but the basic premise is there's a poltergeist or an evil spirit in this woman's house that keeps assaulting her over and over. It's very much like an abusive relationship, and I know you're trying not to laugh. It's very much like an abusive relationship.
I don't know what you're talking
with a ghost, but it's.
I'm sorry, that premise is just so funny.
It's insane.
A ghost is abusing you.
It's
oh
insane.
God. And then I just automatically think of Patrick Swayze and go ahead.
I can't remember if it was Stan Winston, but there was some major effects person who worked on the actual like ghost effects and what's happening to her. Yeah. It's incredibly well done. It's a very good dramatic performance from the main actress, who I'm forgetting at the moment. But one of the most effed up ghost movies I've ever seen, and it's actually really sad and heartbreaking what happens to her. but just so interesting.
I have a better ghost movie idea, so
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to tell you on stream
Oh,
because
yeah,
the gay ghost.
the
Yeah,
gay one.
yeah,
Yep, I
yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where do I want to go? I'm not sure if you've seen this one either, but it's like fairly well known as a cult classic, I guess, but I still think it needs to be talked about more nowadays. It's Alive from
Yeah, I've seen it.
74.
Mhm.
I feel like we've gone back to back to back with horror movies that have really good dramatic performances. Like 75% of this movie is a drama between a mother and father of a newborn child, and it's a lot about women's rights and abortion and tough topics. And it's a Larry Cohen film who made this stuff and made a bunch of cheesy 80s and 70s horror films, but this is actually one of his classier movies, while also having a dumb as shit looking killer baby that's super fun to watch crawl around and kill people. Yeah, I think that's a gem from the 70s that we should be talking about a bit more.
You do,
What
do
do you
you?
think about It's Alive?
Yeah. I don't know if I would. I'm not gonna. I was thoroughly unimpressed. I didn't. I mean, it didn't really do much for me one way or the other. So I don't know if I'd go to bat and be like, "Oh, it's underrated," but like, I don't think it's bad. Like, it's just,
Okay.
it's whatever. It happened. I don't own it.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened. I was gonna make a joke. God, I'm fucking on one tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think of another one. I'm trying to think of a juicy one. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Everybody loves to talk about this director these days. Oh my god. I love the X trilogy. I love House of the Devil. Yeah, well, one of his movies is super underrated, and that is The Innkeepers. And I refuse to have anybody gaslight me into thinking that that is not the case. It simply is the case. Look, The Innkeepers, yes, it's a slow burn. Super slow burn. I don't know if you guys know this. That's kind of Ty West's thing. Like, almost every one of his movies, aside from Maxine, really, is a slow burn. I think that he handles those really well. He builds the intrigue and the mystery. And part of the intrigue of The Innkeepers for me is like wondering if it's all bullshit, because like hour into the movie and you're starting to go like, is anything even going to happen? Like maybe this is all bullshit. And no, it's not bullshit. The last 10 minutes of that movie, buddy, nightmare fuel the first time I watched it. Now, I've said this before, so I think it's important to mention this. I was buzzed. It was like 3 a.m. and I watched it in the dark. So when she's in the basement and the ghost chick is like coming after her and she's like locked. Oh God, dude. I remember being like, oh no. But I get it. Some people get so bored. You know what? Eat a dick. I don't know what to say. Because I feel like the payoff is worth it. I feel like it builds and builds and builds. And when it reaches the crescendo, I think it's worth it. So in a world full of X's and House of the Devils, don't forget to mention The Innkeepers.
All right.
Have you seen that?
No, this one I haven't seen. I've only seen the X trilogy from wait.
You haven't seen House of the Devil?
Nope. Never seen it.
Greta Gerwig gets killed. Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go with a big-time director, Mr. John Carpenter. 1978, Someone's Watching Me.
What's his name?
Have you seen this one?
Dante? I have seen John Carpenter's entire oeuvre, including Memoirs of an Invisible Man. So
I could have put that one here too, to be fair.
This isn't one of my favorite Carpenter, by the way. Just going to say, guys, I don't think it's bad. When I got into Carpenter as like a 12, 13-year-old, I kind of binged everything that he had done. yeah. I actually like The Ward better than this one, which I know is crazy.
Wow.
You know, you got Amber Turd in that one.
Yeah, you do.
But it's okay. There's really only one. Yeah, there's two Carpenter movies that I'm like, I will not defend them, and that's Ghosts of Mars and Escape from LA.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody if they've never heard of this one because it was a television film from '78. Which, if you know John Carpenter, there was a much bigger movie that he directed that came out that year.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's watching me though. This is like a really good, creepy, airy thriller that's set in a high rise, which I believe was almost the setting for one of the Halloween films.
Yes, yeah, this is actually what inspired him to want to do that for Halloween 2.
There you go. Yeah, very good thriller. Some really tense moments. The actual there's phone calls that go on in here that are pretty creepy. People don't talk about his television films enough because I think Elvis is actually pretty underrated too, but that's not a horror film, so I'm not going to put it here. But if you haven't seen a John Carpenter TV film, don't dismay it because you've never heard of it or because it's a TV film, because they're actually pretty damn good. But
yeah. I mostly agree. Like I said, I dig it well enough. I mean, there's only two Carpenter movies. You know what? I can have dumb fun with Escape from LA, but it's not good.
No.
And then Ghosts of Mars. I mean, what do you say? You know, like every director's allowed to have a turd, though. Like because every single one of them has one.
Yep.
I mean, if you've directed 15, 20 movies, you've got one that's just not very good. Yeah. Okay. But no, you won't get. Yeah. I would even say I wouldn't even. You know, you could say underrated. I would actually say it's probably more like it's just. This isn't the right phrasing, but like it's not known. You know, like that one is just like not even real. Like people don't talk about it. I feel like half people probably don't even know it exists.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to stick with my big horror director theme, I guess. And I'm going to go with Wes Craven.
I knew it was going to be Wes Craven. And it's either going to be, hold on, let me guess. It's either going to be Shocker. It's going to be, I don't know if you'd say Serpent in the Rainbow, because I feel like a lot of people like that one.
Yep, they do.
It's definitely not The Hills Have Eyes 2. That thing is a piece of shit.
That's
all right. Go for it. What is it?
All right, it's none of those. 1995's Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh God!
All right. No, I guess Nick hates this one.
Yeah, this movie's dog shit. I'm sorry. No,
I disagree hard. I think this is a.
You like dog shit? That's fine.
All right. Don't let Nick dissuade you from checking this one out, dude. This is a fun Eddie Murphy comedy where he plays a version of Dracula. I don't know, man. Eddie Murphy, I feel like he kills it in this role. I like the relationship he has with the main actress.
Eddie Murphy kills it in this role.
I think so.
Please jump off a bridge.
I think some of the comedy doesn't work. I think him as the preacher.
Some of the comedy doesn't.
Yeah. I think him as the preacher, you either love it or hate it. But I think Vampire in Brooklyn is one of Craven's less talked about movies, unless you're going into his TV films, which are all dog shit. So he's not like Carpenter. But Vampire in Brooklyn, I think is pretty damn good. I think it's fun. I think it's funny.
I'll let you have it. I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm going to say this. And I've had this awakening in recent years. Like I've really been thinking about this over recent years. And I think I'm here now.
You're gay.
And yeah. And it's for me, and this might be blasphemous to some people, whatever. I don't really care. I think Wes Craven's overrated. Like 5 years ago, I would have said, oh yeah, he's probably on my Mount Rushmore. And now I'm like, no, he's not. Like,
no,
not at all. John Carpenter shits on this guy. Ty West shits on this guy. Mike Flanagan, Dookie shits on this guy. I mean, like, some of Craven's best movies aren't even his creation. Like Scream,
Right.
that's all Kevin Williamson. Like,
Yeah.
yes, Craven directed it, but why do we like Scream? It's clever, it's funny, it's meta. That's all Kevin Williamson. Hills Have Eyes 2, I get it. That was simply just to get Music of the Heart. Still dog shit. Like, Shocker, it has a lot of fans. I don't hate Shocker. It's not very good. Like, let's just be real. Like, there's so many. A Nightmare on Elm Street, it is a classic. It's not the best Nightmare movie. Most people agree with that. Whether you pick Freddy's Revenge or Dream Warriors or Dream Master, most people agree that's not the best Nightmare movie. So it's just like, wow, maybe this guy isn't this like savant that we've made him out to be for so many years, because spoiler alert, he's not.
Nope.
He's got a couple really good ones, but there's a lot of mediocrity and some real stinkers in there. And maybe it's blasphemous to say this now, and I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but dude, Wes Craven couldn't hold John Carpenter's left nut.
Yeah. I'm going to go on this for a bit as well, because I agree. I think so. I watched Wes Craven's entire filmography like 2 years ago or so, and my God, dude, there are at least half of his movies are ass, and it's kind of crazy. He made some awful TV films. He made some really bad, like My Soul to Take, fucking dog shit movie.
It's
dog
really
shit movie.
Red Eye's pretty good. Red Eye's pretty good.
Red Eye's great. Yeah, Red Eye's great. But like My Soul to Take, Chiller, Night Vision, Hills Have Eyes 2, Summer of Fear, Deadly Friend, Shocker, all pretty ass. He doesn't hold a candle to a Cronenberg or an Argento or a Carpenter. I don't know. I think he's got maybe like 3 classics in my opinion, or maybe 4. Because
Scream, Nightmare,
New Nightmare, and Serpent in the Rainbow. Those would be my 4 classics.
You would say New Nightmare is a classic?
Yeah, I would.
Dude, come on. Don't throw the C word around like that. New Nightmare is good. I like New Nightmare.
I like it more than the original.
That shit ain't a classic.
I disagree.
Oh, God.
I disagree.
Now we look at John Carpenter. He has, in my opinion, 3 of... Well, Halloween was 78. So from the period of 1978 to like 1985, he has 3 of my favorite horror movies from that period of Halloween, The Thing, and The Fog. I mean, I think all 3 of those movies are bona fide masterpieces. Like, that's just where I'm at with that. So like Carpenter, even his, or not Carpenter, Craven, even his best 3 aren't masterpieces. They're not.
No.
Like, they're not.
I'd argue Scream. But
Scream, and you could argue A Nightmare on Elm Street. You could not argue that a 3rd film he did is a masterpiece.
No.
You kid? So it's just like, I mean, John Carpenter's Vampires fucking rules. Escape from New York rules. Assault on Precinct 13, the 77 one, rules. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Big Trouble.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. Like, he just, Christine, in the Mountain Prince of Darkness. Yeah, dude. Come on. They're not even on the same playing field. Like, they're not. No. It's just like,
no, Wes Craven's beats here for sure. And again, you know, I know that's kind of crazy to say for some people because his name is.
But it's not when you parse it out. Like when it's crazy to say that because when we think of Wes Craven, we think of Freddy Krueger and we think of Ghostface. But actually parse through his career and go like,
pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, maybe he got lucky a couple times. Maybe whoever wrote the script helped make that movie as good as it was. I don't know.
You know, another guy who I think is kind of the same way. Toby Hooper. I think he's in the same playing field as Craven, where like he has a couple of classics that people love, but there's a lot of mediocrity and a lot of bad shit there. But I will say, since we're doing the underrated thing right now, I do want to talk about Life Force, because that is one of the coolest vampire movies I have ever seen, with incredible effects. A really interesting story. Like, alien vampires sounds so strange on paper, but I think Hooper did an amazing job with it. Have you seen Life Force?
I don't know.
That's fair. It's a weird one. I think it's 85 maybe. But basically these astronauts go out to a planet they find these like vampires frozen, and they take some back for samples. They come back to wreak havoc on Earth and almost start an apocalypse. And when these vampires are different, they don't suck blood; they suck the soul out of you. Like they take your breath
from
away.
your dick.
Yeah, from your dick, dude. No,
Fuck
melt
yeah,
to
dude.
melt.
I could totally go get sucked off by. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you could. All right. Do you want to go or should I go?
Go. Hit me.
Go?
Slap
All
me
right.
with it.
All right. I'm gonna go with a '90s film, dumb creature feature, but a fun one. And this is your era because you're an old fart, so maybe you've seen it. Ticks, 1993.
Yeah.
This one doesn't really get talked about, but
Year before I was born, asshole.
okay, well, whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
your age, dude.
Mm.
What, 35? So yeah, Ticks.
30.
Okay. Yeah, cool effects with the ticks. They're very gross. I saw a screening
What about
actually.
dicks?
I like ticks. Anyways,
I'm clipping the fuck out of that.
dude,
Go ahead.
do it. You like dicks too.
I didn't say that.
I didn't actually go to the screening, but there was a screening near me where everybody watched this in a forest, and I'm like, that is worse than watching Jaws in the water. Like that is fucking gross. Like watching ticks in the forest, I would just feel them crawling over me at all times. The actual like thick burger sized ticks are super gross, and the puppetry is really cool. Seth Green's in this, and that's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the actor's name, but he's in Fresh Prince. He's also in it. He plays like a pretend thug.
Oh yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is it's a fun one. If you like dumb creature features, it's worth a watch. There's nothing outright bad about it. Yeah. You've seen this one, I'm assuming, because you commented.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, this was a COVID watch for me, actually. You know,
Wow.
during the beginning of the COVID times when we were all in our houses, me and my ex-wife were just like every night after we got our son to bed, we would just like scroll on the streaming apps and be like, what haven't we seen? And it was always horror. And we eventually, it was this one that we kept seeing. I think it was on HBO Max and Kronos. We never ended up watching Kronos, but we would always laugh at it because the picture on HBO Max was like some old dude with something on his chest and it looked like he was nutting. He was like, and like we would always laugh at it because like, what the fuck is this thing? Yeah, I was not a fan of ticks.
Wow.
In real life either, you know, I'm very against ticks. I'm anti-tick.
Wow. 2025.
Yeah, 2025. I know. I'm tick phobic. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I'm trying to think of one.
If you say Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm not going to mention a Halloween movie because that's just too on brand for me and everybody would expect it, dick.
Good.
Second, it is though. Okay. So, I never thought I would say this, but I've been seeing this more in recent years that a lot of people, I thought more people liked this movie than they did. Jaws 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Why does this movie get so much shit? Like, I don't understand. Like, I remember.
Yeah.
I think it's the 50th anniversary is why I'm seeing so much of it this year because people are talking about the franchise a lot more again.
Right.
And like a lot of these content creators, you know, they're at best lukewarm on Jaws 2. And I'm like, what? Jaws 2 rules. Like what are we talking about? I get that it's very paint by the numbers, of the first one. Like it doesn't really take many risks, and Roy Scheider did not want to fucking be there. Like doesn't mean he doesn't give a good performance, but like, yeah. So there's just like, I don't know. I guess it's just surprised me because I did not think there was this. I always felt like growing up, like, oh yeah, everybody loves the first two. It's after that where people had a problem. But like I've actually seen recently, no, I think the problem started with Jaws 2. And I don't really get that. So to some people, they might be like, why are you saying Jaws 2? Don't most people like that? Yeah, I thought that too. But that's actually not the case. I think it's pretty underrated.
Yeah. I'd actually agree. I feel like this one just gets a bad rap now because 3 and 4 are varying levels of shit. I have fun with 3, but
Which is
4 is
what,
one of the
but
worst movies ever.
I would make the argument that that should make people appreciate 2 more because
I
it's
agree.
like, yo,
But
3 and 4 ain't it.
I think what happens is when there's one good sequel and multiple bad ones, people just say, "Oh, the sequels suck. All the sequels suck," which is kind of
Like
dumb in
my
my
mom with
opinion.
Halloween.
Right. Yeah, that's Jaws 2 is good, man. I don't know. It's I've heard the I've heard people say that it's kind of like a slasher with a shark because it's big focus on teens. They get picked off one by one. I think that's an interesting take. I kind of agree. Um, and I think just because it's not Jaws, it's not a masterpiece. People shit on it, and again, what I said with the sequel thing. But it's fun. It's pretty well made. Like it's not Jaws, but it's not that far off either. Like in terms of quality of film. Um, the dead orca is really cool. Like with the chunk taken out of it, that's an awesome effect. Yeah, I'd agree.
I thought of another 2 that I think is
Okay.
underrated. Poltergeist 2.
Mm.
Listen,
2015. Is that what you meant to say?
I would rather cut my dick and balls off than ever watch that thing again. So let me just say that like Poltergeist is something that never needed to be turned into a franchise, and you
No.
will never ever hear me argue that. I agree. It never needed to be turned into a franchise. However, I oddly really enjoy Poltergeist 2 and like Poltergeist 3. Yeah. It has moments, and like I said, it's really kind of weird with the Joe Beth Williams thing. Like it just it doesn't sit right with me. It's not their fault. They didn't know, but Poltergeist 2, I feel and Poltergeist is one of my favorite horror movies because it still to this day gives me the willies. Like,
Yeah.
and you know how I love my willies. And so it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. It's nowhere near the first one. But I actually think it's pretty good.
I have no opinion on this one. I own it. I haven't seen it yet. So I'll take your word for that.
Fucking God.
What?
You haven't. You're over
I've seen the
here.
original.
You're over
That's
here. You're over here giving me. Oh, okay. Give me another one, Jaden.
All right. I believe
I've watched everything I own. Every movie I own, I've watched at least one.
Well, you own like 500 copies of Halloween, so that's easy.
No, not that many, but I also own hundreds more movies, Jaden.
Yeah. Well,
2.5 bookshelves full, fucker. But go ahead.
I think this director and creator as a whole is underrated, but Henry Selick, people talk about Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline and even James and the Giant Peach. They don't talk about his most recent film, which is Wendell and Wild, which came out in 2022.
Yeah, no.
This one, you never heard of this one?
No.
Okay. It's a young girl who's sent to an orphanage, and there's these ghosts that are trying to, I guess, take over the world, and she has to like save the day. It sounds kind of generic, but trust me, it's got that Selick charm. There's stop motion effects that are awesome. Like his animation style is fantastic. Key and Peele are in this as 2 ghosts, and they're really fun in it.
What the fuck?
You don't like Key and Peele?
No, I do, but like,
dude, Key and Peele rule. Yeah, Wendell and Wild. I didn't hear people talk about it. It has pretty good reviews, but it's just not talked about as much as any of his other work. So, yeah, I think check it out this Halloween season. It's got a good autumnal vibe to it.
Autumnal. Oh, look at me! I said autumnal.
That's the word.
I know it is. Dildo. Okay, so I lost my train of thought because when you started talking about that, it made me think of something, and I was like, I'm gonna mention this movie, and then I queefed, and it's gone.
Nightmare, Coraline, James and the Giant Peach, Henry Selick, Key and Peele. Trying to jog your memory. Stop motion.
Yeah, you got me thinking along the lines of. Yeah, I think I remember what it was, but I actually don't think that really works. So
Okay,
I'm not going to mention that.
I can go again if you need me to.
No,
I
no,
got
no,
a lot.
no. Please shut up.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm trying to think of sequels, and I'm specifically trying to think of
Sequels.
sequels that follow. Oh yeah, The Exorcist 2, Heretic. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
That movie's dog shit.
so bad. Can't even say Exorcist 3 anymore because that's,
But yeah,
you know,
no, it's
people know how good it is.
yeah, but that's a conversation for another day because I feel like that gets played up now at this point where it's like it's almost like it's not cool anymore to like Exorcist 3. It's like, okay,
Sure. Like Halloween 3.
yay, everybody. Yeah, oh god. I just always go back to the video I have on my channel from 14 years ago or 15 years ago where I'm like, no one can accuse me of jumping on the bandwagon, motherfuckers. I've been here since day one. But yeah, it's popular now to jump on that bandwagon. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think it's the best movie in this series because I think that it knows the character the best, handles the character the best, plays up the best aspects of the character in this movie. I think it's the most fun. I think the Leprechaun 3 is underrated. And I don't even think that's a hot take because the Leprechaun as a whole just doesn't get talked about enough because it's basically just a joke. And rightfully so. Most of those movies are bad.
Yeah.
But the Leprechaun 3, that movie is fun as hell. I mean, Caroline Williams is great chewing the scenery in that movie. Warwick is fantastic, just strutting around fucking Vegas, doing all his bullshit. Like, I really dig that movie. I think it's the best Leprechaun movie. I think it is the movie where they were like, I feel like they fully understood what they had with this character, and then it all went to shit in the next movie. But yeah, I think that's underrated.
Interesting. I kind of disagree. Not about Leprechaun 3 being a good movie because I do think it's the best in the series. I don't know if it's underrated.
It is
because
1,000% underrated. Nobody talks about the Leprechaun. No,
okay.
You could say any Leprechaun movie is underrated, and
So
I would agree with
the
you.
Series, I would agree.
Yeah, but then
I get most of them are bad, but Leprechaun 3 I feel like is most people's favorite in the series. Like unless they grew up and saw Leprechaun in theaters.
My mom, yeah, she says the first one is the only good one.
Right, that's definitely a portion, but I feel like people that are fans of the Leprechaun movies, most of them say 3. For me,
but this is the qualifying factor for me. Even if you're right, and I don't know, I don't beat off on Reddit forums to Leprechaun like you do, but even if you're right with that, most people would agree. What, 50 people that like the Leprechaun movies? Because like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying in sheer size and scope of the fan base writ large, it's just small.
Sure.
Like, so you might have horror Twitter be like, yeah, it's underrated. But then you step out in the real world and 90% of people don't even know what the fuck that thing is. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think if you picked any one of the first 3 Leprechaun movies and said it was underrated, I would agree with you. I would.
Yeah. I think within Leprechaun fandom, people who know the series, it's not. But horror as a whole, movies as a whole, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
And again, people that know the series and the fans, 50 of them. So
yeah,
exactly. My point is valid.
All right. Let's see. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go with one that you don't know.
You don't know that.
I know that because you hate foreigners, especially from this region of the world.
Whoa, buddy. I got a shirt that says otherwise.
Suddenly in the Dark from 1981. It's a South Korean movie.
No idea what the fuck that is.
There you go.
No, I like South Korea. It's North Korea I don't like. That tiny dick wannabe Hitler. I don't like him.
Yeah,
the interview in the Dark.
You guys haven't seen it. I'm not going to harp on it too long. It's about a nanny that comes into a house. The wife starts thinking that there's an affair going on with her husband. She ends up doing something to the maid nanny that's unsavory. I won't say more than that. and some revenge happens with Ghost. Very cool movie. Pretty cool effects. People compare it to House from '77, which is a Japanese movie that's a batshit ghost movie. It's not quite as batshit, but it's still very fun. Yeah, strong recommend. I'm gonna go with the 2000s film next, and I don't know if you've seen this one, but it's a Christmas movie, which I know it isn't really in season unless you're Nick. But The Children from 2008. Have you seen this one?
No, but it is not fucking in season right now. This shirt was on my dresser, okay? I didn't want to go through my shit, so fuck off.
Yeah, The Children. So this one is about a family that come together for Christmas, and there's some sort of
Oh, you don't say.
that
It's
goes-
a Christmas movie about Christmas? Okay.
Oh,
Continue.
did I say it? Okay, whatever. But there's a sickness that goes around that only affects children, and it turns the children into rabid beasts. And they start killing each other in brutal ways. They start killing the adults in brutal ways. And it's kind of them figuring out what the sickness is, how to save the kids. There you go. It's pretty good. All right. Anyway,
keep saying the sickness. Get up, come on, get down. Underrated.
Scream 4.
Shut the fuck up.
Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes.
I had fun with it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna die on that hill, but I had fun with it. Okay, let's see here. Halloween from 1978. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like nobody talks about that movie.
Never, especially not you.
Oh God, underrated, Jaden. I'm just gonna go through the. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
No. Yeah. My favorite Friday movie, Part 3.
Okay.
Don't care what anybody says. I did a ranking video on this last week. Shout out because almost 3,000 of you watched that so far.
Wow.
And almost there was, aside from maybe 3 or 4 people, nobody else had Part 3 in their top 3, let alone their top spot. Most people agree it's middle of the road. It's fine. It's this or that. You know, they don't hate it. I don't get it, Jaden. It's got one of my favorite cast of characters in the series. It has my favorite final girl in the series. It's when Jason gets his mask. One of my favorite Jason performances in the series. He's just a fucking maniac. Some great kills. Some of my favorite kills in the franchise. I don't understand why it's not as beloved as it is to me. You know, that doesn't mean that, like I said, doesn't mean that it's hated. But this movie does not get the love that it deserves. This movie, I think it fucking rules, dude.
Yeah. I rewatched these movies when we did our Friday episode, and Part 3 is really good, dude. I mean, that's like one of the most quality Friday movies. Jason is terrifying in this film, like probably the most scary he's ever been in any of them. Towards the end, when he's just peeking out the window and then he runs to her, dude, that's actually that
nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel.
It's freaky. Like you. But the main girl, she's fantastic too. I think she's probably the best final girl in the series as well.
Say her name.
I don't remember it. Chris. Oh, there's 30 of them, so my bad. Yeah. Great one. Great pick. Great pick. Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
This is still underrated. I don't care. I've made a video about this on my channel. I've talked about this on a live stream before, dedicated to underrated movies. I'll talk about it every chance I get. And yes, it's underrated. No matter how much people, how you do see people talk about it more often these days. But came and went like what, Jaden?
Like you.
No, it came and went like a fart in the wind.
Oh, okay.
Didn't make any money. Love this movie. One of my favorites to watch around Christmas time. Can you guess what it is?
Didn't make any money. I don't know how much Black Christmas 2019 made.
I fucking hate that piece of shit. So I don't know why you would. P2.
Oh yeah.
Love P2.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Christmas watches. And it's something that you can watch, like, because you guys know how it is. Like, there's certain things you wouldn't watch with your mom. Like, you're just like,
Right.
like,
Porn.
well, yeah, that. But even just like nudity in some horror movies, I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
like
gross.
uncomfortable, like watching that with my mom, or if it's like too fucked up, like where you're just like, my mom's gonna think I'm like satanic, like. But P2 is one that you can watch with like literally anybody, and it's
Yeah.
a thriller. I love this movie. I love this movie. I think it is supremely underrated.
Yeah. We're definitely going to talk about this one a bit more around the Christmas season because I do want to do a Christmas horror episode. But yeah, P2 is great, dude. And it has that I don't know the actor's name, but that creepy fucker who was in Ghost Rider as well. There you go. He scared the shit out of me as a kid in Ghost Rider.
I'll never hear Blue Christmas the same way again. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah. This feels like a really French extreme films were big in the 2000s. This kind of feels like that in a way because it is like pretty messed up. And yeah, you're never gonna see a parking garage the same. I'll just say that.
No, I love when she's yelling for help and the fucking old homeless lady's like, help me, help me, help me. I'm like, you dick. Yeah, fantastic. Right. Fantastic movie. Fantastic. If you guys haven't seen P2, you are sorely missing out. You are sorely missing out. I did a stream a couple years ago around Christmas time with Christian and Pizowl, and we talked about it. And Piz agreed too. He's like, it's a really good movie. And I think part of the problem was the title. Like the title, it doesn't scream Christmas. It doesn't scream anything. You're like P2. No. Okay, well, I got to go see P1 first. Like, so it's fantastic though. The fact that we still don't have like a Scream Factory Blue is just beyond me. Like beyond me.
I know. What, dude? I don't know what's up with Christmas horror from the 2000s not getting physical media because that and Black Christmas 2006 both need 4Ks. So bad.
I talked to Christian about it when he had Cliff on. There were things he asked him, and he told me he specifically made sure to ask him about Black Christmas 06. And Cliff said it's not for lack of trying. We've been trying. It's a rights thing.
That one's Lionsgate, right? That's probably why.
Dimension. That was Dimension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would imagine something will come down the pike like next year for the 20th anniversary. I would imagine.
Studio release though, which isn't as exciting.
No, but I don't give a shit. Just give me a 4K with some special features. And I would kill to interview Glenn Morgan. And I've tried. He doesn't have like any social media. I have tried because that dude deserves to know. It's actually really sad. He thought that like everybody hated that movie and was like really disappointed with the reception to that movie. Like it was a real bummer for him. And so I hope he knows nowadays how much love there is for that movie because there really is a lot of love for it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with one that Nick's going to disagree with because I know he doesn't care for this movie. 2023 Knock at the Cock. No, Knock at the Cabin. Mr. Shyamalan's second to last film or second most recent film, whatever.
Yeah.
I really like this movie. I love the relationship.
You just want to gobble on Bautista's cock. Just admit it.
I kind of do, dude. I'm a wrestling fan, of course.
Yeah.
No, Bautista, I feel like even if you don't like this movie, he puts in a great
He's good in it. Yeah, he's good in it.
He's very good in it. Like this character who really doesn't want to do what he has to do. And like the monologue he cuts where he's crying, like that's awesome. I love the main couple. It's really cool to see representation for a gay couple in a major horror film. I love their daughter. Their whole like relationship with her is really cute. I do think
we had Big John and Little John. Okay, we had Big John and Little John.
Yeah, but these are the main characters. They're not funny little quirky side guys.
Big John and Little John were the main characters. Let's be real.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I can't remember the actor's name, even though I love Harry Potter. But Rupert something, Rupert G something. Grin? right? Grint? I don't know.
Grint,
But anyways,
something like that,
Ron
yeah.
Weasley is cut off too early. You stick around with one of the other characters who's far less interesting to me because he's like more freaked out and paranoid and
He's
like
a liberal.
could do anything at any moment.
Yeah, he's a liberal.
Yeah, he's a
goddamn liberal
snowflake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this one kind of came and went like Nick, like fart in the wind. And it didn't receive great reviews. People didn't really. People haven't liked this or Trap, but I actually like both of them.
Trap these nuts in your mouth.
Why do you dislike this one, Nick? Why do you disagree with my take?
You just have shit takes, you know?
Okay,
You know, what else is there to say? No.
Right.
Because Shyamalan just doesn't, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's lost the sauce, man. Like, he doesn't surprise me anymore. And I feel like when he tries, I'm not surprised. Or I'm like, oh, that's fucking stupid. Knock at the Cabin is not offensively bad or anything. It's just something that I just felt like past the time. I wouldn't even say that I would put that in like the bottom of Shyamalan. No, he's done far worse. But I guess when I think about Shyamalan, oh God. When I think about Shyamalan, I think about like, you know, kind of mind fuck. Like, and even then though, I'm someone that this is not popular because The Sixth Sense and Signs are classics. They're all timers. But my favorite Shyamalan movie is Split. And that's not even a surprising movie. Like, it's pretty straightforward. James McAvoy just makes that movie. Completely, entirely owns that role. He is so good. But yeah, I don't know. And then like, just when I thought that Shyamalan was going to go back to like, because I feel like he had seen the reviews, obviously, for his latest movies. And I think he thought, I need to go back to the well. I need to surprise people. Trap was very straightforward. Not at all surprising in any way, shape, or form. And I'm just like, Josh Hartnett is chewing the scenery. I love Josh Hartnett in this movie. Like he's delivering, but like, everything else about this movie is just like so paint by the numbers that I'm just like, this is really all you can give us now, Shyamalan? Like, I don't know. And then like, don't even get me started on Glass. Don't even fucking get me started on Glass.
You know, Trap, I think, is a really fun, like, little thriller. I feel like it was let down heavily by marketing because this could have been an interesting twist when you find out the dad is a serial killer, but they show you in the original trailer that he is. If they had done a better trailer where it just seems like a dad and daughter caught at a concert where there's a serial killer and a trap, it could have been a cool twist moment and people would have been like, oh shit, that's awesome. But they tell you right away and people were kind of like, well, why am I going to go see it now? Which, you know, sucks.
So do you.
Yeah. All right. Let me go with...
Give us one more banger because we're right at an hour and a half. So give us one more banger.
All right.
Well, also,
I'm going to go...
My laptop's dying and my charger's in the family room. So
okay. I'll go quick. All right. 1978, Magic. Now, I don't know if you've seen this one. No. It has Mr. Hannibal Lecter in it. How am I blanking on the name right now?
Really? It's Hopkins, bro. Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. Anthony Hopkins is a ventriloquist, and he starts listening to his doll. He starts going crazy and believing his doll is actually like alive, and he starts getting lost in that personality, and he gets bullied by the doll, and there's some murders that happen where he doesn't even realize what's happening. It's very creepy. Like, the scenes where he's talking to the doll are kind of terrifying. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it's good, dude. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Love Anthony Hopkins. I will say, though, I do find it funny that I was like, leave us off on a banger, and you're like, here's this little like underrated gem.
Dude, it's a banger.
So that, well, then I'm gonna leave.
And it's an underrated banger because that's what we're talking about. So
you're right. You're right. I'm gonna give you guys one to chew on. I don't think this director has missed in the horror genre. I haven't seen his other movies, so I can't speak to those. But in the horror genre, he has not missed. Dead Silence, from James Wan. Everybody talks about Saw. Everybody talks about The Conjuring. Everybody talks about Insidious.
Aquaman too.
Oh, there's a little known horror movie in there called Dead Silence that I remember we rented. That movie came out when I was 11 or 12. We watched that as a family. It scared the piss out of me. Even just from the opening sequence, you know, her dying in that apartment, I'm just like, oh my God, like what the fuck? And my younger brother, though, was traumatized by this movie to the point where we'd walk around and we would literally say, like, we'd turn off his light in his room and like hold the door shut. And we'd be like, beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She has no children, only dolls. Dude, this movie, man, Donnie Wahlberg's great in it. I love the music in it. Underrated for sure. Dead Silence is a very, very creepy, effective movie.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. I think the moment that really made like my hair stand up is when they're giving the performance and the kid interrupts, and the doll and Mary Shaw freak out and just stare at him, and then dude.
Nah, dude. For me, as a kid, the scene that fucked me up the most, it was either the beginning in the apartment, like when he comes home and she's under the sheet. That's done really well. But the scene under the mortuary where the old guy is like, oh God, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Then you fucking see Mary Shaw's tongue. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude. James Wan, stop being a pompous asshole and come back to horror, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. Stop being a dick. All right, so that was an hour and a half of some bullshittery, some tomfoolery, and some movies that we find to be supremely underrated. We're not saying we're correct, but we're not saying we're not correct. If you guys agree, let us know in the comments. Let us know about some that we didn't mention that maybe you feel like deserve more love. The next episode we're going to be doing is going to be our Texas Chainsaw Massacre retrospective. That's right. We're revving up the chainsaw. We're going back to Texas, and we are going to tell everybody precisely why Texas Chainsaw 3D isn't good. So, Jaden, before we go, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah. Me and Nick have talked about this recently, and we were kind of already doing it just unofficially, but we're coming out as a couple. No. Oh. We're going to be doing the podcast.
Yet. We're not yet.
Okay. All right. Fair. We're going to be doing the podcast bi-weekly from now on. So every 2 weeks.
We're bi. There you go.
We are bi. Yeah. But you'll be getting an episode every 2 weeks or so, like around that area. So Texas Chainsaw will be in 2 weeks from now. We just felt like it's better, like creatively, for views, for everything. But in October, we're going to do at least another episode or two, just because it's spooky month and, you know, people are going to be really excited for horror movies. But from now on, it's mostly going to be bi-weekly. But other than that, just, you know, follow our socials, Podgoblins YT and Instagram. And let us know your favorite underrated horror films in the comments.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And watching.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to do her. I'm going to go eat some toast and drink some orange juice. So we love y'all, and we'll see you on the other side because we're about to die.